Hey everybody, welcome back to Call of the Wild. This time, instead of spawning back in the mountains of New England, we are back at Te Awaroa. We're going to continue our red deer grinding where we left off. I figure our vacation in New England will hopefully be as rewarding as I think it will be. It is currently, I think, 6:30, somewhere in there. I set the time back a little ahead to make sure that I can watch the red deer as they come in. There's some does coming in too with them. There's a 4 there. I really didn't want to see that today. The rest just looks like does alongside him, so we're going to keep it moving. What all else we got here this morning? There's a 5, another 5. Another 5. Things already are not looking very promising in the rack department. And from what it looks like, I don't see anybody else coming yet. Ducks? Maybe there's something interesting in here. There's a 2. Doesn't look like much, if I'm being honest. That's a pretty big duck right there, but he's not gonna make diamond, not even close. I don't see any... Is that a piebald right there? That's a female, right? Right there? Yeah, that's a female. She's piebald. Yeah, she's piebald. And it didn't alert the red deer. Cool. Well, that's a really interesting way to start our morning so far, but that also means we have to be very cautious. Thankfully, the one red deer that I've really had my eye on is over... Not him. God, no. Right here. This is the one that I've got my eye on, but he's 374 yards away. There's more ducks over here. Oh, he could make it. That's a big duck. Yeah, there's no red deer over here. So maybe... Oh, there's more over here too. 18. He's too low. Yeah, we're gonna go with him because he could make it. The only problem is he's like 220 yards away. So I can't gauge distance when I'm zeroed in for 164 with a 22. But for right now, yeah, I knew it. I called it. She's about as piebald as you can get. That's sickening. You know, I have never seen a piebald female mallard. I've only seen piebald males. So this is really interesting to me. I'm not really too concerned about her score because I knew going into it she wasn't going to make diamond. Usually female mallards don't make diamond, on my end of things at least. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I'm sure there are female diamonds that you can harvest of other species, but I've never seen a diamond female mallard before. But yeah, that's super cool. That's super, super cool. Anywho, thank you very much for your sacrifice, little lady. You are the coolest looking little bird. Oh my god. Oh my god. No fucking way. That guy is simply humongous. I'm glad I didn't Is that a goat? Okay, I thought that was an albino red deer for a second. I'm very, very, very glad I waited, because look at that motherfucker. Look at him. He is simply ginormous. Instead of going to the right like I normally do and going towards this herd right here and going towards goddamn old big boy right here because he's just fucking massive, we're gonna head towards this side of the lake. 1, to be closer to that guy right there. We're gonna take him home with us. And 2, so I can be in a proper position to take down this guy and this guy. Actually, right here seems about just fine. Just fine. So he's 164 yards away at max, right? Excellent. That's killer. I unfortunately scared off the smaller flock that was over here in the water. But I think it was a worthwhile sacrifice. Now we just have to wait for them to get here. Finally. Okay, let's get our duck on. 18.11, so... 19.61 is diamond for mallards, right? His minimum was 18. No, his minimum was 17, sorry. His minimum was 17, so he was closer to the minimum than he was the max. However, usually with 17 to 20 estimates, I assume the average between the 17 to 20 estimates would be at least touching on, or close to touching on 19 at the least. So needless to say, this was a very disappointing harvest. However, I couldn't have been more spot on in terms of distance. 163 on the dot. That's kind of crazy. But, I mean, he's money. He's money towards a different goal. 18.11 from 163 yards on the dot. Thank you for your sacrifice, gentlemen. Let's go get our red deer. Oh, wait, shit. I scared him off. Unless he gets into... Oh, what kind of fur pattern is that? Nah, he looks normal. Oh, he's alarmed. I gotta do something. See, because there's 217 now running off. I don't have a shot in hell. Well, I'm glad I acted when I did, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have went home with anything. But also, that means he's the only red stag on this lake that I'm going home with. I guess I used up all my luck in the beginning, because if you remember from the very beginning, I've shot like 3 troll 9s already, to be fair. Alright, buddy, let's see what's going on here. 213.35. That was a little low, but it's almost square in the center. I can't be all too mad. I didn't go for one lung and skip it and hit the other lung on accident. I didn't hit the liver. I didn't hit the intestines, the coccyx, the pelvis. This was unintentional. I wanted to hit him in the fleshy organs here. I didn't want to hit him in the spine or the neck or anything like that. But it looks like that's the shot that really put him down. This was a lucky, I guess, endeavor. 213.35. Oh my god, these fucking ducks, please. For the love of Christ. They literally landed right behind me. Like, what in the fuck are they doing? What is this garbage? Free duck. I'm just saying, like, you throw a hunk of meat in front of a tiger in an enclosure, and it's not gonna say no. Thank you for your sacrifice, question mark. That was really weird. They flocked to me, hovered over my head, and then landed right behind me. That was weird. Anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, 213.35. I knew that he was going to surpass 200 just by looking at his rack here. But what I did not expect or predict would be that he would surpass 210. And that he did. But seeing as 251.07 is diamond, this guy was 213. He wasn't that far behind the median, I want to say. And that in and of itself gives me great pleasure. He is a very handsome, good-looking stag. I think I'll taxidermize him just because, like, it's just refreshing to see these and refreshing to see that big of a number right there. 213 from 35 from 176 yards away. Let's round that up to 180. Thank you for your sacrifice, gentlemen. Now, at this point, if you know anything about me, you know the drill. We're going to come right back around here, and we're going to go to this lake here at the very bottom. There's still just a tiniest little bit of pressure, but it shouldn't cause us any major problems. Yeah, I will see you on the riverbank. Well, that's unique. I'm not used to spotting deer from this location, especially so. Oh my god, there's more. I'm not used to spotting deer from this location, this far away, 430 some odd yards away. But I can't see them over here because that's even further away, like surpassing 500 yards. That being said, that's a 6, and there's a 4 somewhere in here. 99, his maximum is 99. This 4 is not even going to score above 100 points. That's disgusting. We're after some high value respawns here, so we have to do what's right. So he's going to die. And, yep, these two are virtually unaffected. I almost said unoffended. Which, I mean, same difference, I guess, but... Oh. Okay. That's a little disparaging. Honest to God, I've never died coming down that mountain before until then. Oh well, it's nothing to be pissy about. We'll just make our way back over there. No biggie. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think that was the same... Oh, there's more red deer over here, too. Now that we've spawned in, we can see them. There's just a 6, and he's 330 yards away. Whereas this guy, I don't think this is the same one that we were, like the one we were looking at when we were on the hill a minute ago. Nonetheless, I am very interested and particularly impressed. What the fuck happened? What? Like, okay, he's definitely dead. What the fuck happened? Oh, what? Wait a second. Why did this zone disappear? For some reason, the zone that we shot the first red deer at is gone. Could it be because of the very small residual pressure around it that overlapped when we shot the big 7? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I feel like that's kind of unfair. But, I mean, what can you do? I mean, I can't change it, and bitching about it's not going to really do anything, but at the same time... Avalanche Studios, please explain, I guess. Alright, we're at our first stag on this lake. Our second one's right there. I want to just look over and make sure... Why are you in the water? Him stinky, him take a bath. By doing what I want to do to him, is it going to affect this zone? Probably, because the residual pressure affected the one that's over there, so I don't know if I'm going to take him yet or not. Anyway, 164.72. Jeez Louise. Again, another crab claw, level 6, very typical of the smaller red deer variants. Not a lot of antler variation here, just a brow tine and then an arm, and that's about all we got. 2 tines, that's all she wrote. There's really not a lot else to say about him in particular, except that this shot was pretty clean given the angle that I took. Again, I still feel like it's too far forward. Height-wise, I think it's almost perfect. It's just under the spine, but if I'd been any closer and I'd taken an angle like this or a shot like this, it would have went right through this lung here and into the second one. And so, to the squawking of 1,000 ducks, 164.72 from 233.64 yards away. Thank you for your sacrifice, young man. These fucking ducks are on me like I'm carrying around a loaf of bread in my back fucking pocket. Right lung, liver, stomach. So the first time was enough. I double lunged him. This is more so what I wanted to do to the last one. The last one, it was just too far forward. This one's more centered into the lung, and it was enough to penetrate both lungs from 250 yards. And so technically, the second shot wasn't really needed, but nonetheless, it is what it is. He died the way he did, and at least the first shot was very clean. I'm very proud of that. 204.72. This is the second level 7 that I've shot today alone that has scored over 200. In past sessions, obviously, if you go back and rewatch them or watch them for the first time if you haven't, you'll notice that level 7s that surpass 200 are very hard for me to find. And at least the ones I do, I end up maiming in a horrible way. But from 250 yards on the dot, that's not bad at all. Anywho, I mean, beautiful stag, very beautiful. I love his antlers, obviously, goes without saying. 204.72 from 250 yards. Thank you for your sacrifice. You're almost pretty enough for me to want to keep you. And I'm sure, yep, they're alert. This guy is wanting to run so fucking bad. You want to run from me? You want to run from me? You want to run from me so fast. Hopefully we're going to have a lot more luck like this on this other side of the lake. I'm already seeing very good things. So I'm at a safe but closer distance here, and as I'm inspecting this herd, these are all that are going to spawn here. He is very obviously the biggest one out of his herd with a max of 213. He's very obviously the one I'm going to go home with. However, I'm a little worried that I'm going to maim one of the does, like one of his side pieces in this herd. And I really don't want to do that. So having a clear shot from the bank is not going to happen. I think this is a better position here. He's 204, anywhere between 214 and 245 yards away. I want to spot him just to make sure. 231 yards approximately. Okay. I guess this is what we're going to do then from right here. Yeah, he's gonna die. He will die. And he will die quick, too. I double lunged him. Goddamn old big boy is already dead. Let's go check him out. Goddamn, this guy is just the fucking gnarliest. Look at his weird hands up here. We see the really wide ones on, like, the bigger variant 7s, right? But these are gross looking, and I like it. It's like the Demogorgon is trying to come out and eat you from his antlers. 211. So, from a max of 213... Oh, my God, his antlers are uneven, too. His grippers are uneven. From a max of 213, he was right there at the tippy top of his max. That is fucking insane. Did I think he would have surpassed 200? I thought he was going to be in the 190s, but he not only surpassed 200 points, he surpassed 210. And that to me is very pleasing. I've had very good luck out of 7s this session. So this is the shot I took here. I think that's about as good a shot as I was going to get, if I'm being honest. I barely missed the bone here. I barely missed his legs. But it penetrated both lungs. It wasn't as high up and like right under the spine as I wanted it to be, but it got the job done. This is a very clean shot. It's very centered, not dead center, but it's very in the middle. I quite like that a lot. That's a shot I can be proud of. From 223 yards, 211.78 points. Thank you for your sacrifice. Next plan. Usually I would offer to check here, but I've been checking and checking. No one ever shows up right here. So I think what we're going to do instead is we're going to make our way down here. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. Well, there are 2 stags over here so far. There's usually a bunch in this little area here, but there's not any today. There's a 5 and a 6 over here. I see a couple does over here. There's a 5 and another doe. Pickings are slim today, although usually I do get here a lot later in the day. So maybe, just maybe, if I wait a little while longer, I think that would be a worthwhile investment. Alright, so I've been watching from a distance here, and I was right. I was right to wait. There's been a couple more red deer coming in. It's been mostly females over here, at least on this side of things. There's another female hiding somewhere back there. But this one has just a 6, and if we look over here... Oh! Whoa. Hang on. Well, I was certainly right to wait then. He has a max of 213, but I can tell by his antlers, I don't think he's going to be as successful as the last one. I think if I'm lucky, he'll hit 200 or close to 200. But on top of goddamn old big boy here, to his right, there are a 5 and a 6, and to his left are a 4 and a 5. And then across the way here, we've got quite a number. There's a bunch of doe over here, but with the doe, there's this guy right here. He's a 5. There's a 6. Next to him is a 4. And I think those are the only stags over there. I've waited and watched on this side of the lake as well. And nobody has come to play. Nobody's come to show up. And with that, we can begin making our decisions. Oh, there's another buck here. A 3? Another 3? You know, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. I've killed 2 3s if I kill this one, and I probably will. And a level 2. So that's really interesting. I wonder how common they really are then. Heart shot. He's gonna die. And then the 7's gonna run off. But it's fine. The 7 will return. I know he will. Oh, yeah, the 3 ran off. He's gonna die because I either punctured something in the back or I hit a lung from the front there. And then the deer over here are unaffected. And so with all of those deer being dead, I think our best shot here would be to go for that guy, because he's quartered to me. He's not perfectly broadside. He's quartering a little to me, but I think I shot too high. No, I shot him just fine. But I also had to reload, so that means the rest of the stags are gonna run. We just have to be very cautious, because I want that 7 to come back. I do. I want that 7 to come back, but I'm scared that now that we're out of the thing here, that we could potentially blow up these 2 zones, and I don't want to do that just yet. We might have to let him walk. And the only reason why I would let him walk is because of the pressure. Unless we catch him outside of the pressure somehow, like on our way to our other deer that we've already killed, there is no way in hell that I'd be able to take him in this area again. We're going to get it done. We're going to see the fruits of our labor at some point. Alright, stag number 1. 161.64. Very typical of the crab claw variant red deer. However, I'm not supremely disappointed because I barely made it into the heart there, and I also clipped a lung. So, and that's from 286 yards. That's probably the best heart shot that I'll ever do. 161.64. I mean, it is what it is. It's not where I want it to be, obviously, but it is what it is. The median between silver and gold, it does surpass, but it's still not what I want it. That's not where I want a 6 to be. 161.64, 286.18 yards. Thank you for your sacrifice, Mr. Crabclaw. Let's go find your other brothers. We do have this guy laying here, and then another one laying up here, and I think there's more back there somewhere, so. Red deer number 2, 143. For a 5, that is just simply sad. I did strike right lung. I did go for a heart shot, as you can tell. From this angle, I did really want to hit a heart shot, but I was way too far to the left. Which is fine. That's the beauty of heart shots, especially if they're quartered, because if you miss heart, you can still strike a vital lung, and it'll be fine. He is a 5, so I'm not going to sit here and bitch and moan and complain too much about his score, 143.52. He is, I want to say, what, between 90 and 182. He's just below median. But he's, like I said, I can't bitch and moan too bad because he's a 5. You can't expect anything decent to come out of a 5. At least his antlers are symmetrical. 143.52 from 307 yards. Thank you for your sacrifice, buddy. Red deer number 3. God damn, how in the world? How the fuck did this happen? He shouldn't have died then. This shot should not exist. This shot shouldn't be real. So, he's this way, right? This is what I shot at. Way too far forward. Way too low. I will take accountability for that. If he's quartered this way, this leg is facing me. It's closest to me. And I shot in front of that. And my question for myself is why? And even more so, how does this constitute a lung shot on this side? It's like if you took your lung outside of your body and you skinned it. Like, you fell on the sidewalk. You don't skin your knee, you skin your lung. That's exactly what that is. And it should not have had anything to do with the vital shot, and he should not have died so quickly. Quick kill bonus, 63.06. So he didn't die as fast as I thought he did. Okay. At least the science supports what I was saying. Anywho, I'm not going to sit here and cry over spilled milk at this point. 130.95, which is absolutely weak, by the way, for a 5. The last one was 143. From 287, round that up, 290 yards. Thank you for your sacrifice, you little bitch. All right, red deer, number 4. Fucking wow. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to be hard on myself at all. Look at the way he's quartered. Another failed attempt at a heart shot, I suppose. I shot way too far to the right, which hit him in the left lung, even though his right lung was closest to me. 152.83. That is considerably low for a level 6. But again, crab claw variant, can't expect much. Not a level 7, can't expect much. I mean, it did its job, but it didn't do its job quite adequately like I thought it would. My quick kill bonus is like, it's down over 50 points. There's not much that I could have done when I was dealing in mass here. Like, I shot like 4 red deer at once. Sporadically, might I add. From 290 yards, 152.83. I mean, thank you for your sacrifice, little dude. I think that's all of them in this area. I'm not going to spend a lot of time left in this area. We're going to let our level 7 walk. There's so much pressure here that we need to say goodbye to before we're able to come back and do any more damage to this area. So what we're going to do is, naturally, we're going to come down and check this area out. However, I'm a little concerned about this little patch of pressure here. So before we go here entirely, just yet, we're going to come here. And we're going to check our zones on the river. Already from here, I can see there's a level 5. Considering that he's 300 yards away, I don't think that he's going to have any herd mates. I think he's just the only one. And the red deer that are below me are either listening to me right now, approach them and they're going to run soon, or they're simply deaf and out of their mind and don't know I'm here yet. Ooh, what are you? Your antlers are weird. Did y'all see that? The fucking El Chupacabra over here. Oh, please don't fall into the water, please. It's even more embarrassing because if I fall in the water, it's going to be right in front of these red deer too. And then the red deer will know that I'm a slippery little boy that can't hold his own weight on grass. Is it just him? Well, regardless, I can't afford not to take something from here. He's dead. And it doesn't look like he had anybody else with him, so... And it looks like I got too close and scared off our other guy. Which is fine, because he was really tiny anyway. I double lunged him, even through the scapula, but that was because I was from 73 yards away. And the second shot here was only through the right lung. I will take it. This is probably the best shot quality that I've taken all day in terms of my 2-shot goals. However, I want to take a look at his antlers. Oh wait, no, I don't need to evaluate his antlers. They're not as different as I thought they were. I thought they were fucking weird looking, but they're symmetrical. I mean, don't get me wrong, these are strange. So as a 5, why are you scoring 134 points? Considering we've killed 5s that have surpassed 140, I would like to understand where you're coming from. I would like to understand your genetics, because this is dangerously under the median between silver and gold. It's sucky for even silver standards. 134.56 from 73 yards away. Thanks for your sacrifice, man. Oh shit. There's more? Question mark. They were definitely not here before. If I can get this guy to turn around, I'm gonna fucking pop him. What the Explain to me how the fuck that just happened. What the Just fucking die. Just die. Just die. Just fucking die. Just go. Just die. Oh, I hit her. I've made a very fatal mistake, I believe. I don't think I should have done all of that. I was very upset and very angry because I missed that one smaller red deer. And now I'm very regretful. Per usual. God damn it. You know what? No, I'm not gonna go out of my way to pick those up. I'm just not. I would rather have the pressure here anyways than on the lake that's back there. I'm just blindly killing things now in a rage because I can't handle what just happened. Okay, let's take a look at our absolutely brutalized ducks. I actually shot this one in the liver. Very, very rarely do I actually hit a vital organ on a small creature like this. This is funny. 14.63, gold is 15.48. This is not really all that disappointing, but your max score was supposed to be closer to 18. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on him. I just know that it's whack that he's not a gold at least. 170.38, 14.63 points. Thanks for your sacrifice. Let's take a look at this guy right here. Now, hopefully, you'll have a better score. You'll be at least a gold, right? I've about goddamn had it with you ducks. For real. I'm about sick and tired of these fucking ducks. Again, 14.77, even though your max is supposed to be much higher than that. Didn't even touch on it. Didn't even surpass 15. Very disappointing. So I hit liver on the last one, but this one I hit lung, which is actually kind of cool. I'm hitting vitally on these guys, but not on red deer that are like 6 times their size. 14.77 from 181 yards. Thanks for your sacrifice. You know what? Whatever. I'm taking shots at things that don't need to be shot at because I'm mad. And I'm still continuing to do it. However, if I get over here and I take a look at some of these red deer and I see one that I really, really, really like, I'm not going to be inconsiderate. I'm going to be careful. Alright, so now that we're here, let's take a look at what we got. 148, he's a 4. 174, he's a 6. 178, he's a 5. Why does a 5 have a higher estimate than a 6? That 5 has a score of, or a max of 189. That should not be a thing. He's not even going to hit close to 190. And that 6 has a score of 217. I think that's the one that we're going to go for. However, we're still quite a ways away. There's probably more red deer that are going to spawn up here. So I think we should get a little closer before we make a decision. So we're not in a stand or a blind of any kind. So we can take 3. If we can take 3, we're gonna. Starting with him. Oh, dog. Oh my god. The dog stepped in front of me. Fuck. I don't think I hit him right. No, I didn't. Fuck, he's gonna die. And I'm not gonna be able to... I didn't hit him right. You are the bane of my pitiful existence. I wish that this were more like Duck Hunt and I could just be fined for animal cruelty for fucking putting a bullet in your dumb brain and then there's a cooldown and you respawn. I'm gonna be honest with you. Can you imagine how much stress that would relieve for a lot of Call of the Wild players if you could fucking shoot this dog once or twice for being annoying and just get a fine with it? Or get a fine for it. That'd be so satisfactory. Beyond satisfactory, even. Anyway, 174.15. This is actually a better scoring level 6. 174.15. This is the area I want to see level 6s in. Now, level 7s I want to see in the 190s and 200s range, right? Or anything passing 200s. Now, level 6s I want to see closer in like 170s. You know, 180s. I don't think that's asking too much. I really don't. Ooh, shot placement is clean. This is the cleanest shot I've taken in, I think, the last 20, 30, 40 minutes or so. Shot placement is clean as fuck. Look at that. Right through both lungs. That was perfect. I'd hate to see the other guy that I shot, though. I'm probably not going to pick him up. At this river alone, we have shot, maimed, and killed 3 deer. 3 red deer. And I'm not even going to pick him up. Not even going to pick him up. Anywho... I'm done talking. 174.15 from 172 yards away. Thanks for your sacrifice, my guy. So now that there's all kinds of pressure here, we can move forward and we can go down here to this lake. I'm very excited to see what's down here. So farther up north, where there's those 2 lakes, there was residual pressure at the bottom one, and it caused some trouble. It depleted a zone. So while we're here, we have to be very, very, very careful. Because the last thing I want to do is ruin this zone here. It is also close to 10 o'clock, which is close to when deer stop drinking. So let's reset our time and go right to the riverbank. Okay, so I'm coming up on them now. And it looks like there's a 5 with a max of 167, a 6 with a max of 185, a 6 with a max of 219. That's strange. And then over here, it looks like there's a 5 with a max of 173. But I think that's about all we're going to get over there until we get closer. We have to be very careful, though, because from this location here, they can sense me. They can sense me pretty good. Oh, there's a 4 with a max of 131. And it looks like it's just females coming in at this point. I think actually there's one more stag in the back that just got here. But I can't ping him because his tree's in the way. Because there's a 4, there's a 6, there's a 5, there's our 6 that we're going to definitely take home with us. Yep, there's a 6 with a score of 162. Okay. That's a very big old boy. And more ducks. So it looks like we've got ourselves a dilemma. You think we could get away with taking 2 bucks, one from each zone, without one of them depleting? Well, whatever happens, it happens for a reason, so we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, he alert. He's not running yet. If I can just get him to sit still for a moment. Stop walking, please. Stop walking, please. Please stop walking for a moment. Oh my god, he is so dead. Yes. Now, will that impact? No, it won't. That is so sick. That's so sick. Let's go. Okay, so we have the goddamn old big boy right there, right? And then... Okay, those are live deer. Where's the other stag? Fuck it, we'll get to him when we get to him. Let's go investigate. Alright, this is gonna be fucking juicy, y'all. 199. Oh my god. His rack is ginormous, but he didn't even surpass 200. Okay, I shot through the humerus and barely tickled his heart. That's kind of nuts. That's kind of incredible. That's kind of sick, actually. That's that's actually really sick. From 277 yards, too. God damn. I don't ever make shots this good. I was zeroed in for 164, as one does from that distance, but it looks like even when I aimed the way I did, it dropped a little bit. It dropped almost too low. I want that good center. That good center. You know I do. That soft, chewy, sweet center. So that it goes through one lung and out the other. This right here, luck. 199.53 is so disappointing because his rack is simply ginormous. I really thought that he would be closer to his maximum. But we can't always get what we want, I suppose. What he makes up for in, like, numerical score, he makes up for in beauty, because, oh my god, his rack is just fucking massive. 199.53 from 277 yards away. Thank you very, very much for your sacrifice. Alright, let's go get your lesser brother over here. Now, if I'm being honest with you, I have a sneaking suspicion that because he was kind of quartered away from me, and I had to shoot as he was facing away from me at an angle, that I probably clipped stomach, liver at least, but I know I clipped lung at some point. Or hopefully the bullet stopped in lung. Oh! No, actually, that was pretty good. Like, seriously, I don't think you can get much better than that when they're quartering away. Because if I'd been any farther back, then I would have went through the guts here into the lung. But no, that was pretty alright. 174.82. That's... For a 6, that's where I really want him to be. This is the acceptable range. And even more so, he's not just a crab claw variant. His antlers here have, like, variants. They have other tines. They have character, you know? And from 193 yards away, you can't really get a better quartered away shot than that. That's ideal. When you can't hit both lungs, you go for one. And when you do get the one, it feels so good. Because from here, a shot like this, that's about as center lung as you're going to get. I appreciate that about this shot, at least. 174.82 from 193 yards away. Thank you for your sacrifice, my guy. Okay. I think we've done all we can do for right now. So, again, we're going to take a break here. We're going to resume where we're leaving off next time. However, since we're just coming back to our zone from our little vacation here, I'm going to do a little bit of research, and I'm going to check out some other lakes where red deer may be present. That way, it'll break up some of the monotony of coming to the same zones every time. Even though I really do like these 2 zones. Those 2 zones are my favorite. There's so much to explore on this map that I haven't explored yet. So I really want to look around and see what all Aotearoa has to offer regarding red deer. And if I can't find anything else past this, we might have to start the grind on somewhere else like Parquet or Hirschfelden. We might not have a choice. But I'm thinking optimistically. I'm thinking real good thoughts about this. I'm very, very confident in this grind here. we are hundreds, I'm sure at this point, hundreds of red deer in, technically. And there's got to be something good waiting for us here on this map. Anywho, nonetheless, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for being here and hunting with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you. Roll the tape. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like, you can hit the link to the right of me here to subscribe, or you can follow me at all the links below and in the description for more content. You can also click the links to the left of me here to watch more Call of the Wild content or to be sent to a random video. So with that, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure, and I'll see you next time.